Yo, 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 what's up, Sooner fans? This is your host from the prairie to his home, Jeremiah Hall, number 27 on the field, but number 1 in your hearts. Here with me today, you know who it is, my right-hand man, number 9 on the field, our captain and fearless leader, the Brayden Weight Room Willy Willis. And this is the podcast on the prairie. Brayden.
Jay.
Bro, I was telling my mom, we don't even need a guest speaker this week because we have you. We have the MVP of the whole first half right here sitting in front of us. And I have never been more excited for a pod than I have been today.
Hey, I'm honored, man. I'm honored.
You know what I feel like? I feel like a proud like brother or like cousin. I don't want to say dad because I don't want to put you in that, you know. But I feel extremely proud for multiple reasons.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, my mom was very excited to come and tell you hi, and my sister was too. So,
oh no, I love the family. I told them I might have to come out there and give me a plate now. Don't be playing. They over there throwing they throwing down in the in that household over there. So you know, I might have to come down now.
What you got planned for this weekend? Did you do anything after the game?
I was just with family. We went to eat, watched some of the football games, you know, just kind of caught up and relaxed. You know, it's a while since I've seen my auntie and my uncle, so just caught up. Yeah.
You said you got brunch going on after this?
We just had brunch earlier this morning. Yeah. Went to Scratch. I think we gave it a shout out last year on the pod, but love Scratch, so.
Yeah. Do they know who you are in there?
They do. They know me, my family, all that other stuff. We have the same waiter, the same host every time. So
that's what's up, bro. I always love little stuff like that. Like not to make me feel super popular or anything, but it just makes you feel comfortable once you're, you know, established in a place. You know, it's no doubt. Okay, like this is my spot. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No doubt. No doubt. So shout out to Scratch.
That's what's up. Ladies and gentlemen, we were recording on Sunday, so I just went to church with my mom, and we were about to go walk the dogs, but then Brayden was like, yo, like I got treatment. I'm like, dang, I forgot I'm on somebody else's time. So I'm like, okay, we can hurry up and record since we're all ready to go. All right, real quick, before we get into the game and Brayden's big outing, we want to talk about our good friends at Plainview Legal Group.
In college football, it's incredibly important to take care of your home. It's stuff going on in Rome, so when you have a chance to play on your home turf, you have to protect it.
The same is true in real life. And because of that, if you're contacted by the Oklahoma Turnpike Authority about acquiring your land to build a turnpike, Plainview Legal Group is here to help protect you.
Sooner Nation, Haley and Travis Dennis own Plainview Legal and are diehard Sooner fans. Between the two of them, they have 5 degrees from OU. They love Oklahoma and they want to protect its people.
They will fight tirelessly to protect what you value most because your property is their priority. I don't know about you, Brayden, but land rights seem like it'd be daunting to navigate on your own.
No, it really does. Thankfully, you're not alone with Plainview Legal. To schedule your free consultation, visit their website at www.plainviewlegal.com. That's www.plainviewlegal.com. Give them a call at 405-310-0183 or email them at info@plainviewlegal.com.
Please see the show notes of this episode for important disclaimer information. But what a weekend, man. Last game as a senior, first game for me as a fan. Bro, I have so much to talk about from my perspective as a fan. Like it's crazy. Like I honestly think I should become a football analyst or something. But we'll get to that in a second. First things first, around the world in college football. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. First game. The most exciting game I thought outside of the Sooners whooping up on UTEP, UNC versus App State. I don't know if y'all saw that game. I think there was like over 1,000 total yards in that game. It really gave me like Texas Tech, Oklahoma vibes back in 20. What was that? 16, 15?
15 or 16, one of those. I think it was 15.
Back when Baker was, maybe going head to head with Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. The game was crazy. We're not going to talk about each individual game in depth, but what I will say was, did you see the onside kick towards the end?
Mm-hmm. That game was nuts, man. That game was nuts.
Yo, for y'all who missed the game, you can just type this in on Google, and I'm pretty sure it'll be the first thing to pop up. But I believe that App State had kicked the onside kick, and literally the front four for Carolina had no regard for the ball. Like, they went straight for the people going after the ball for App State and just knocked them all out. Like, simultaneously, all four of them hit the ground. So that was crazy to see. Well, another game, we got Ohio State beats Notre Dame. Notre Dame actually had a chance in that one.
Mm-hmm.
That was a pretty good game, especially for a new head coach.
Yeah, they were leading. They were leading for a little bit, 10-7 at half, I thought.
Yeah. I thought they came out, they looked pretty good. Normally, I'm not a fan of Notre Dame because I don't like their schedule. But I'll give them their flowers this time around. They obviously they didn't win the game, but they looked good. So next one, Georgia crushes Oregon. Like,
that was crazy.
Terribly
horrible. I don't even know what to say. I mean,
yeah, like the only talking point I have on that is, Brayden, you have some competition nationally in terms of in terms of a tight end. Ladies and gentlemen, Georgia has a 6'7", 260-pound tight end from, I don't know where he's from, but he's huge. Like, he hurdled somebody. Well, number one, he dragged a safety or a corner that tried to tackle him for at least 5 or 7 yards, then hurdled somebody, then trucked another guy. And I was like, oh my God, how is he doing this at 6'7"? So that was Brayden, I hope you plan on doing that at some point.
I got to
during the season.
I have to.
What I will say though, that I went into the when I hurdled the guy last year versus Texas, I went into that game looking at Trey Miller's film, and I was like, I gotta make something amazing happen so that way I can solidify some type of legacy. So if you can, you know what I'm saying? I'm never going to tell you what to do, but
I already said I'm hurdling someone this year. Don't know when it's going to be, but that's something. Hurdle is like, for people that don't know, hurdling is something that you kind of got to tell yourself that you're going to do. Like, don't get me wrong. Sometimes it happens out of the spur of the moment sometimes, but a lot of times that's like something like, that's like one of the only moves that you got to actually think about doing, because like everything else comes naturally, but like jumping over someone is not really that natural.
No, I agree for sure. Cause I agree. Like, hurdling isn't something that you just you got to tell yourself, okay, like, I'm about to hurdle, dude, like before the play even starts.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I'm saying. Like the jukes, all the other stuff, the cuts, all that stuff, that's just natural. But when you about to hurdle someone, like, that is pre-planned. Like, I don't know, man.
Going through the rest of the games real quick, and then we'll move on. Florida beats Utah. Oklahoma State almost loses to Central Michigan. Pittsburgh beats West Virginia. Big 12 not looking too good there. Michigan State wins. Alabama puts up a goose egg. Well, they don't put up a goose egg, but they beat Utah State 55-0. So on and so forth. But let's go ahead and get down to business. First off, how'd it feel to be back in the Palace on game day?
It was great,
What was
man.
the environment like?
It was great, man. Firstly, I have to talk about, being the captain, walking out there, man. That was, I've been here for a long time. I've been through a lot of game days, a lot of tunnel, run outs and everything like that. Yeah. So, I'm quite comfortable, and I still am. But when I walked out with the captains, and that roar was a little bit different. That was some chills that I didn't shake until we went to the 50 for the coin toss. And my mom was like, "Were you nervous?" I was like, "Nah, I don't really get nervous for football games, but those chills though, that was like, oh, this is cool." You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a pretty cool moment. So I have to say that was kind of a surreal experience.
Yeah.
And then,
My mom was. Oh,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that the atmosphere was great, man. It was good to be back in there. It was good for everybody. Was excited to see the new team, see the new coaching staff, and I thought it was overall good atmosphere.
Yeah, I will say, coming out of the tunnel as a captain, my mom used to ask me what was the best part, and I always told her that part right there. That part is completely different because it's not like you're out there with the team. It's just you and those 4 guys and 80,000 all eyes on you. Like it's indescribable the type of nerves you get, but your whole life's work is summed up in that moment. And it only happens a few times a year. So I would always look around and just be like, wow. So I'm glad you got to enjoy that moment. So
no doubt.
Before we start talking about the game though, let's just set this up a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. I heard it was 110 degrees down there on the field. The commentators, they kept showing the thermometer. Like what did it feel like in pads?
Oh, I wouldn't have known. I mean, I thought it was just a normal day. I mean, maybe that's just credit to our conditioning. Maybe that's credit to us practicing in hot weather all summer. Like skills and drills being at 3 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So like it really was nothing. And I mean, I don't really feel a lot weather when I'm in pads anyway. Like when I'm in the game mode, like I don't really feel weather. But I mean, obviously, we were sweating and stuff, so you could tell it was hot, but I didn't think it was that hot. I mean, maybe some of the guys would beg to differ, but yeah, then I got off the field and then my parents were like, oh, like people were falling out and, it was hot and and then I looked over to the stands one time and people were fanning themselves and I was like, wow, it is where the student section usually sits. Cause I think Andrew and I were talking, Rain, we were talking about that. We were like, man, the student section kind of cleared out. It was like in the third quarter though. And then Rain was like, well, it's probably hot over there. The sun is like beaming down on them. They have no shade. You see all those people, they're like fanning themselves. So I guess it was super hot yesterday, but I mean, that's just a testimony to Coach Schmitty, man.
Somebody tweeted yesterday, on the field, football or SEC ready. And then in the stands, not SEC ready because so many people were passed out. And I could tell as a fan listening in the second half, like it was loud first half, but I think middle of the third quarter, I was like, the stadium sounds really quiet. And then they showed the stands, and it was like, oh my god, like everybody was going home. So, but even before the game, bro. You was looking casket sharp, boy. I saw you on the TV.
You saw me? Hey, man. I
came out with the fresh suit, the fresh cut.
Hey, man. Hey, look, I thought I did a great job. And that's one thing I will pat myself on the back for. I thought I did a great job in picking the design, like the details and everything, man. I felt like I was clean, man. I felt very, very businesslike, you know what I'm saying? Very professional.
You looked very professional and leader-like. When you came off the bus, Venables was right there with you, and you were right. They had you guys in the same shot, and I was like, "Oh, this boy is leading today." I'm like, he looks the part. He's ready. I know he's ready, and I liked how Venables rolled with you guys. Something that the fans don't know, Riley always rode separate. I'm pretty sure he always went to the stadium, but Venables and I think were the rest of the coaches on the bus with you guys?
Yeah, everybody was on the bus with us.
Yeah,
every coach, and he did. Yeah. He rode with the defensive bus, which was the first bus. The second bus was offense, but yeah, all of our coaching staff, all the coordinators, everybody was on there. The Walk of Champions is a big deal for him and for us as well. We had a rule: no AirPods, no headphones. Interact with the fans and just make this moment kind of special. Let's be present in a moment. And I can tell you that I think that was the best Walk of Champions I've ever been to. That was electric for sure. Yeah. And I think I just think that going, being engaged with some of the people and having fun with them and just the different setup. I don't know if you noticed, but it's not through the lobby anymore. It's on that street from Headington all the way to that gate that we normally walk in, the gate 12 or whatever. So it was like a longer path. So it was fun.
I like that. I think that's how it used to be. And then at some point it changed. So I'm not very sure, but I'm glad that Venables put an emphasis on that, because our Walker Champions, while it was always nice, I always felt hesitant to go and interact with my family and go and interact with the fans and stuff like that, simply because that's just not what we did. You know, I'm a people person. Like, I'm going to go talk and high five all the kids, and I'll even go take a picture, but it felt so business-like when we did it. If I could go back and do it again, I would definitely do it the way you guys did. And you guys looked great, just from stepping off the bus, to everybody else's regular television. But to me, I'm literally locking in on everything that you guys do. So I thought that was cool. I'm glad there's a switch up with that walk, and I'm glad you guys did a good job. You look great. So
appreciate that.
Moving on to the game, though, right? The first thing I noticed before the game even started, number one, Keyshawn and his red cleats, fire. However, I think we need to talk to Drake, Theo, and Antoine about wearing these black cleats at home, because while it does, I'm a fan of black cleats, right? You know, me and you wear them all the time in practice. I think we were like one of the only guys to wear black cleats in practice. But to wear them for the game, I've always said it looks good. I'm not going to lie. It looks amazing. I love it. But it looks a lot like Alabama, and for that reason, I don't like it. You know, that is literally the only reason why I'm not a fan of it. I'd rather somebody wear red cleats. But if you plan on doing it this year, by all means, go ahead. But I'm a fan of the white cleats instead of the black. So I don't know if you got an opinion on that, but I saw it after Drake's catch, the first one, and I was like, why is he wearing black cleats? Like, we don't ever wear black cleats. Like, what is going on?
That's actually a good point. I didn't even notice that any of them were wearing black cleats. I thought everybody had on white cleats. Yeah. But I'm more of a, for game day, white cleat guy. You know what I'm saying? We have so much white in our uniform. I like to mix it up, off season and just be a little bit different. But I think game day, the white is just so crispy, and I just don't think you can switch up. So, I had on the white glove combo, white cleat, white glove combo, and I'll be sticking with that probably. Unless we do get some fire red cleats. Maybe. I mean,
like I said, Key looked great. I think I developed over time. I developed a respect for the uniform, because I agree. Like I wanted to wear black cleats. Like I'm with Drake. It looks smooth, but like you said, crisp white for game day. I like that. Brayden, talk to us about how nice it was being back home again.
Man, it was nice, man. The crowd was electric. The Walk of Champions was the best it's been in years. Man, it was very nice being in front of our people, our fans, our family, and we had a great time.
Bro, we all know the importance of a good home in college football, and we definitely know the importance of having a good home in real life. Thanks to our sponsors, McDaniel Mortgage Group and Webb Properties Group, they will help make sure you get your own home field advantage.
Start the process of finding your dream home by getting financed and pre-qualified at the McDaniel Mortgage Group. Call 214-435-1988 or simply fill out the home loan application at www.appwithmatt.com with 2 T's.
Once you've done that, hit up our friends at the Webb Properties Group, who will help you find your very own palace on the prairie. You can find them at www.webbpropertiesgroup.net or call 405-322-5632. That's 405-322-5632. They'll be with you from start to close. It's a great time to buy a home, so if you're looking to do so, our friends at McDaniel Mortgage Group and Webb Properties Group have your back. All right, back to the pod. Moving on to the game, man. First off, first let me tell you, as a fan, you notice so much more on TV, bro. Like, I was nitpicking everything. Like, there was stuff that I wanted to say on Twitter, but number one, I couldn't even get a whole tweet out, because by the time y'all scored, y'all scored in like a minute and 12 seconds. I'm still typing about the first play.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, as a fan, my experience has been different. I had a great time, but what I will say though, the tone setter of the game, which many people probably missed, but you probably didn't even notice it because you were out there just doing your thing. But the tone setter of the game, ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, was the second play. The first play, we went down deep for Marvin, right?
Mm-hmm.
The second play was an RPO, the completion to Drake. And the reason why I say the second play was the tone setter, because if we were in our previous offense, as a matter of fact, a lot of offenses across the country and even the NFL, for those who listening, as an offense, you always want to stay on schedule, right? So if the first play is an incomplete, bomb, then typically to find rhythm, you're going to run the ball just so that way on third down you have a chance. When I saw that Levy called a RPO, I was just like, okay, like he has confidence in his quarterback. And then I was like, most play callers wouldn't call that. Most play callers, it would be a affirmative run. And then I looked to my mom, I was like, to go back to back pass like that, to give to show that much confidence in the quarterback it's very small. Like it's something that many people probably wouldn't even notice. But to me, I was like, okay, like this is gonna be like, this offense is gonna be it. And so, I don't know if you noticed that, but I was just like, I love the confidence because y'all just kept throwing the ball, and
I didn't even notice that in the moment, but now that you say that, that's very true. And just speaking from experience, I know that he has so much confidence in DG, and I think that's coming from everybody. I think everybody on offense has a lot of confidence in him, receivers, O-line, running backs. So we're all behind him. And then I think this offense is going to be special, man. It's crazy. We really kept it super, super vanilla for this game plan, like super, plain. Like we ran the same run play about 20 different times if you go back and look at it, Yeah. So we kept it super vanilla. What was working. And honestly, this was a solid starting point, nothing crazy. So a report asked me yesterday, what would I rate it? I probably rated a B. We did good things, but I think that we need to cut down on the penalties. First game, we'll get it right. We'll get it right. Believe me.
Yeah.
And then, just some of the gimmies. We punted 3 times. We scored on 7 drives. Not terrible, but the punting 3 times, that's a little bit too much. Sorry, Turk, but that's a little bit too much. And the crazy thing is they really didn't stop us. We stopped ourselves with penalties. So,
I will say acknowledging the penalties because you guys play so fast. I definitely think the false starts and the lining up, that needs to be fixed because although it didn't make a huge difference in this game. This, stuff like that is a reflection of your own offense and what you do personally. Like you said, you guys, they didn't beat you guys at any point, but you guys did show some, I'm not going to say lack of discipline, but just some small things that will eat you on down the line. So
big games. Yeah. The funny thing is it's, with this offense, we're moving so fast. I wouldn't even call it, like you said, it's not a lack of discipline. It's just getting into a groove, I would say. Yeah. We're going to fix it for sure. But when you play this fast, everything has to be like, we just need to rep it more. It's hard to get a game like simulation in practice, even though we do it all the time. We scrimmage and we do it. Sometimes games move a little bit faster for some guys, and it's also loud, the environment, everything like that. So I think it's not going to be a problem going on down the line, but I do think that because we go so fast, that's the only reason it was a problem, because we've keyed on it throughout all of camp. No false start, no pre-snap penalties. So we're going to get it right. We just need to, keep on working at it.
Yeah. Yeah. I believe in you guys. Talk to me though, about first the opening drive and then your touchdown. So how did you feel about the opening drive? Like, what were you feeling jitters or anything like that, or were you just like ready, let's go? And then talk me through the touchdown, my boy.
Man, first drive, I was ready to go. But the thing about this offense is you don't really have time there's not a kind of a filling out phase. Like, this is no shot to anybody, but, last year's system, we kind of went, we moved the ball a little bit, or we moved through the operation a little bit slower. So there was kind of a filling out type of phase, and it kind of sometimes it took us a minute to get in the groove. Whereas in this offense, we were off the rip, just firing, like you saw that the first drive, it was like 6 or 7 plays, 90 some yards and 93 yards and a touchdown in a minute and whatever seconds. It's like boom, and you don't have no time to think. It's just get straight into it. But I love it, man. By the time we hit the third drive, bro, you could see them physically start to like wear down, like physically, like, oh my God, like why are they moving this fast? Yeah. But I thought the first drive was pretty efficient. We wanted that shot early. I told you we coming out firing. Levy would, dialing it up. We missed it, but like you said, we came back and we moved down the field efficiently. Eric had a great game and
quick.
Capped that first drive off easy. And then the touchdown, man. Oh, go ahead.
Before you move on to the touchdown, real quick, I'm gonna let you go to it. I must add in, one, I've never seen an offense move that fast. And two, I don't know if you noticed, but they had a lot of guys getting hurt on defense because hold on. Let me say, guys get hurt typically for 2 reasons. One, you get hurt because you get hurt. And 2, you get hurt because you're out of shape. So the fact that they had 3 or 4 or 5 guys throughout the course of the game, go down on defense. None of their guys went down on offense because they were running at their own tempo.
Right.
But I just need the fans to know that a lot of their guys went down on defense because of the speed of the game. When you can't keep up, when your body's not used to moving that fast and pushing in that heat, especially in that environment, the ultimate reaction is to break down in some way or form. So I had to contest to that and just let the people know. But yeah, go ahead. Let's hear about your touchdown.
No doubt, I agree. But touchdown, man. Like I said, Coach Levy said it best. We're going to involve the tight end, not just me, all the other guys, and had a nice little like pop route. They didn't really cover it. Walk in the end zone, touchdown, baby. It felt good. It felt good, especially I don't know if any of the fans have ever caught this, but I've never scored early on in the season. Typically in my career, I don't start scoring into the back half of seasons. Like usually after game 5, right? Yeah. That's how it was my sophomore year. That's how it was junior year, last year. For some reason, all of them come later on in the year. So it was nice to, kind of get going early. And I have full confidence in, the offense and our coaching staff. And quite frankly, if I'm being real, I wasn't even worried about the touchdowns, man. I take pride in my blocking. They still don't think I can block for some reason. So I got to block even harder. And that's what I take most pride in, and Coach Finley always says that, that's football karma. If you put your body on the line for your brothers and you block your tail off, it ultimately comes back to you. So,
I will say that's when you know you're maturing, because I felt the same way the back half of my junior year and especially going into my senior year. I wanted to score so bad early, but then I was like, you know what? I'm going to accept my role, be good in my role. And if anything, they're going to recognize me for my blocking and my effort, and a touchdown will be a byproduct of that effort.
No doubt.
The football gods will bless you.
No doubt.
You're a perfect example of that. So I can definitely agree. Now, on the play itself, as soon as the ball was snapped, and I saw your demeanor, like going straight to like your hesitant demeanor, I was like, touchdown. Like, I already know the play. I was like, before he even threw the ball, I'm sitting there screaming with my mom. I'm like, touchdown, 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 touchdown. And bro, it feels so good to see you do that. And you've gotten so much better at that over the years. Because I'm not even gonna lie, like
Whoa.
when you first got into the tight end
I
room,
was horrible at that little.
you weren't very good at doing that.
Yeah.
Like you would always, don't take this the wrong way, but you would always like rush into it.
I had no patience.
Yeah.
It's funny. The commentator actually said that, not that those exact words, but he said, after my second one, he was like, being a fifth year senior, you could tell he's played a lot of ball. He stalks the guy, makes it look like a real block, and then he releases. And, like you said, I was not good at it, especially, we had a couple different ones in our old offense, and I was not good at it early on. I just wanted to run routes, man. But, I have grown into it. Now I can do it a little bit of it all. And, man, it was nice, man.
Yeah. No, you did good. You did good. I'm very proud, bro, because as every time you made a play, I don't want you to think you're living in my shadow or anything, but they mentioned my name a couple of times and I didn't think that was going to happen throughout the game.
Yeah.
And when they did, it just made me feel like, I don't know. The worst fear of an athlete, especially when it's possibly over, like for me, I'm not on the team right now. My football career could be over, is to be forgotten, and to hear my name at least one more time on TV, on a live game, and see you represent me. It felt the world to me because I'm like, man, like not only do I get to hear my name, but I get to hear, or I get to see one of my better friends do what he loves, and we played the same position, and it was just you. The fact that it was you made me feel so much better than it being some random guy. I think they said something like, yeah, looking like a little bit of Jay Hall last year or whatever. I don't know. Alex was the one who texted me. Yeah.
A couple guys said that. I think EG said that yesterday too. So and they're like, EG also said, man, they not going to let you have no more of them. I said, cool. I wanted some like routes and, some earned touchdowns anyway. That's cool.
Oh man, you did good, bro. You represented my legacy well. Another thing you did well, I gotta point out, the touchdown for Gavin Freeman. Number one, let me not be, I don't know if I'm out of the know, but who is this kid?
He's a walk-on from the OKC area, man. And I will tell you, that kid is fast, like fast. Yeah. Boy, he is fast. Okay. But I think he has relations. I may be wrong. I think Sooner Nation will probably correct me, but I think he has relations to a former Sooner football player.
Okay.
Jason Freeman, maybe. I don't know. Don't crucify me. But yeah.
I'm speaking from the average viewer, the average Sooner fan when I say this, because I had no idea who the kid was. I was like, who's running the ball? And then I saw you out in front. I'm like, honestly, when you blocked the first two, I was like, okay, that's it. Like, you probably get like a little 15-yard. But you took off running down the field, then pushed another dude into another dude's back. I'm like, I went straight to Twitter, bro. I'm like, I know y'all saw that.
No.
I know. Like, I understand, like, this Freeman kid is fast or whatever, but I 100% credit that touchdown to you. Maybe like 95%.
No, it was, hey, man, I will say the kid is fast, and he had a great spin move. That spin move was ridiculous. And I had
yeah, that was right.
But I wanted to get him in the end zone, man. I wanted, his first game to be special.
Yeah, no, that was good. You did a great job. He owes you lunch for that. I don't think you should say anything about it. Take the high road, but if he does offer you lunch, go ahead and take it. Don't say no.
I'll never turn down lunch.
Yeah, he owes it to you. Matter of fact, make it brunch if you have to. But
there you go.
Yeah. The offense goes on. Later in the second quarter, 3 and out. Last drive of the second quarter, 11 plays, 68 yards. Oh wait, my bad. I've already messed up the script, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with me. We get to halftime. What was halftime like? what is Venables like in the locker room? What were the coaches like?
Kind of what you would expect from Coach V. I mean, obviously, like last year, they go meet as a staff, offense, defense, and as a whole staff. Then they come in the locker room, as what you would expect. Defense is on 10. Coach Leb comes in there, and we kind of separate. And you know how Coach B always had rows of chairs for the linemen. That's how it is on both sides now. We're separated. They got a couple lines and a projector, chairs and a projector. We got a couple lines of chairs and a projector. And he tells us, the up and coming plays, what we're doing well, what we're not doing well. And really that's about it, And then just what we got to do for the second half, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I will say the rest of the game was, I don't want to say vanilla, but like you said, y'all didn't do anything crazy, but I did take away some key points. I hate when people say what do they say? Don't think too much. It's just UTEP. It's not just UTEP, you know this. It's a step in the right direction. But I get what they're saying. But one thing I did notice, the defense looks in great shape. They played the way I expected them to, for the most part, fast. The secondary looks very organized. Specifically the back seven. The linebackers, they looked in tandem with everybody. I like the cheetah. I like Deshaun at the cheetah. I think it's really like a 4-2, a 4-2-5 ish. Sometimes or sometimes it's like a 5. I don't know. It's hard to tell, but I like the way that Deshaun is patient on defense. I like how he has the ability to. I don't want to say free roam. Like, I know he has responsibilities, but the same way you were patient on your play to score on the pop pass is the same way that Deshaun plays patiently on defense. It's like he's there, but when he sees it, then it's like, boom, go. And I like that. It gives an extra presence in the box. Sometimes it's hard to count for in terms of the blocking scheme and so on and so forth. But Deshaun looked great in that new cheetah spot. The secondary looked great. Jaden Davis made a great play reading the ball that was thrown to the flat, jumping on it. The receiver looked lost. Key looked good out there. I will say the linemen looked like they were in incredible shape. Naturally, I would expect them to beat up on the offensive line of UTEP. A lot of the moves that they were using were bull rushing moves and blown assignments by the UTEP. I don't want to discredit them in any way, but one thing I will say that I can confidently get out of that game is that they were in shape. They were moving fast. They flew around to the football. Like, at the end of every single play, there was at least 7 people around the ball. So that was cool. One thing I will say about the defense, though, a couple things about Danny Stutzman, bro. One, I don't know about that face mask and helmet that he's wearing. We might need to talk to the equipment people around about that. And two, two. He needs to hop on the jugs because he dropped a wide open interception. And 3, he needs some better celebrations. You can tell he ain't started the game in a while, and every time he made a play, he seemed very hesitant to celebrate. And I'm like, bro, like, you don't just let loose and
no doubt. Well, he did on that one hit. On that one hit, he got him. Okay, yeah, I like that. That was nice. Yeah. That
was a nice hit. You could hear that on the TV too. That was
that was nice. We were like, oh, okay, all right, Stutz.
Yeah, so Stutz looked good. What's another key point I had? Eric Gray and Marcus Major. I like that 1-2 punch. I like that. They looked good. I'm glad Marcus is back and doing his thing. Eric is in there comfortable as the starter. Yeah, he looked. Yeah. I don't even what Eric seems to be developing. He's already been patient, but he kind of reminds me of like Kennedy Brooks is.
I was just
patient.
gonna say that.
You know
I was just gonna say that. One of the biggest thing I think that he has learned or improved on, improved on from last year, and I think, you know, seeing KB play a lot is his patience.
Yeah.
I think KB is probably the most patient running back I've ever been around, and you know this. He set up blocks so well for us, and yesterday I felt that, you know, EG was setting up blocks, and it was just easy. And the guys both of them guys are gonna be workhorses for us, you know. So they did a great job, and I can't wait to see them keep on keeping on.
Yeah. Speaking of the running back room, Javonte Barnes fumbled on his first carry, bro. Shot out of the backfield.
Yeah.
And the commentators were so funny, bro. They said, yeah, that looked like a freshman run. And that had me cracking up. But what I will say that I got out of that is he's gonna be a hard runner.
He put the dude out the game.
Yeah. The guy who tried to tackle him was done, like you said. And if he can develop some patience like EG has and Marcus has over the years, he'll be just fine.
Oh yeah.
I feel bad for him though, because that touchdown that he scored got called back by Chris on that holding play. I was like, dang, that's got to be the worst feeling, bro. Like, to score in the first game he plays a freshman, that's like the ultimate goal. But to have it taken away,
the worst. After celebrating and everything, man.
Yeah.
But he's going to get touches, man. He's going to be all right. I told you, he's really good. But like you said, that typical, you know, he's just the typical freshman jitters, man. He's too excited.
Yeah. I don't blame him. I'm not mad at him. But I'm looking forward to his future. Another thing I noticed, I got a whole bunch of points, bro. Marvin is actually returning the punts and not fair catching everything. I love that. That was nice. What's another thing I noticed?
Kickoff returns. We taking them out.
Yeah, kickoff returns. Y'all did good. Kickoff. I love the fact that on every single kickoff, you guys got to run through the end zone. I love that.
Big
now,
point.
As a player, it's not ideal by any means. But I have seen so many times in the past where on kickoff you think, especially because we had Gabe, like, you know, best kicker in the country.
Right.
You think the ball is going to be kicked out the end zone, and then they get 70 yards because you were jogging and didn't make the play you were supposed to make. So I know it sucks as a player, but I'm glad to see that was a point of emphasis. I saw it every single time. I was like, oh yeah, it's something small, but it makes all the difference.
It does.
You guys doing good on that. Unpopular opinion. Their quarterback was actually pretty good.
Not unpopular. I was talking to my mom about that. Their quarterback was phenomenal. He was great. He was really good.
Killing it. Like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. If they had like a Big 12 SEC line,
he'd be a problem.
He would have lit y'all up. Like, I'm not.
I'm telling you, he's the reason that their offense did so. Because if you look at game stats, for the longest time they had negative rushing yards. They ended when we ended the game, we rushed for 6.8 yards per carry, and which is above our goal, and they rushed for 0.8 yards per carry. 0.8. So they didn't really have any success on the ground, but boy, they had a little, success through the air, which a lot of their routes were like little slants and, scramble drill because we were getting pressure but man, he was cool, calm and collected under pressure, and he was good, man. I told my parents, I was like, that's a Power 5 quarterback right there. That boy is good.
No, he needs to have a year in transfer because he was swinging it. Like, he was good. Now, there were some times where he didn't want to throw the ball away, and he took some sacks that, I take as an OU fan, but he didn't really need to. But
he's trying to make something happen.
To mention that. Yeah, because I didn't really watch. I don't watch defense too much, but he the truth. I hope maybe he sees this pod and tells us thank you. But bro, I hope you get a shot somewhere else, bro. Like finish this season strong. I don't know I can't remember what year he was. But yeah, shout out to him. He did very good. The last point I have, bro, I love the way Venables coaches you guys up. I saw one time in the fourth quarter, right? This is on 4th down. And I think it was like 4th and 2, and they were trying to, make the 4th down or something. I can't remember. Or I can't even remember if you guys had the ball. But here Venables is smiling, having a great time coaching up his guys on the field, and doesn't look stressed by any means, bro. Like I love how he plays because I always played. I love how he coaches, but I always played with joy. I always played with a smile on my face. Like if you see Jay Hall run into the huddle, I'm like, all right, let's do this. Like let's go have a day. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm out there cracking jokes. But Venables reminds me of that joy, of that spirit that I played with. I didn't go out there like, all hard and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. I felt like I had a good time playing the game. So that's all I got. I don't know if you got anything else to add, but I felt like it was a great game one.
Yeah, just overall, I think you hit all the points on the defense on the head. I think defense rallied to the ball really well. I think the defensive line looked great. I think our conditioning and our strength looked really good. Like, it's UTEP, but every day, every game we think of the opponent as a nameless and faceless opponent. So it don't matter that it's UTEP. This is just, we're trying to play to a certain standard, right? So if that's, the standard, then we're going to have to match that every week, no matter who we're playing. So, yeah, that's so-and-so, but like I said, that's the standard, so we're just going to have to keep on doing that. I think, like you said, defense, the DBs look very organized. They look good. They were on top of a lot of things. The only thing they really got were scramble drills and slants and quick stuff, which, you're going to give that up, especially if it's like 1st and 10 or whatever. Yeah. Linebackers played well. Defense looked great. Offense, I think, like I said, solid day. Special teams, thought special teams did well. We almost had a block kick. Marv got to return a little bit. Billy got to return a little bit. I think Zach had a great day. He kicked everything out, I want to say, except for maybe one. I'm not sure. But yeah, it was 100% on all of his tries and kicked everything out. And, Turk did his thing, and I thought it was overall solid day. But as Coach says all the time, we're gonna celebrate hard, not long. And now I'm gonna take his quote for quote, rip it down to the studs, and we're gonna start all over. So
yes, sir.
That's what we gotta do. New week.
All right, Sooner Nation, that is all we have for this episode of the podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Shout out to our special guest, B. Willy. Hey, bro. Hey, Sooner Nation, the OU football page, they finally put Weight Room Willy on the Instagram. So we have officially
made it.
Like I said, that is all we got. Thank you guys for tuning in. Brayden?
Deuces.
All right, y'all.